Bert and Leanne Steinberg are packing up for yet another trip. They're going to San Diego, but not to the zoo. You see, it's more of a mission and less of a trip.
Bert had mentioned to me that he'd always wanted to live the life of a ball player.
At 93, Bert is finally getting his chance to do that. Born in New York, the Yankees were a year removed from their first World Series title.
All of these would be giveaways. I don't buy this stuff.
Today, he's a Giants season ticket holder. Yet most of the games he's seen this year have come on the road.
It was a good idea, I said, but, you know, running around the country, I don't know. So she said, when you have your last chance in your life to do it, do it.
When it's all over, the Steinbergs will have seen 81 games in 17 cities across the country. They share an interest in baseball. Amid many differences, a 37-year age gap is certainly one of them.
Of course, our religions are different. Our politics are still different. I mean, we've been able to solve everything except politics. She's a conservative Republican. I'm a very liberal Democrat. She's a gun-toting Texan. And I told her she had to leave her guns in Texas, which she did.
Bert, did you remember the tickets?
What tickets?
I have been asked every possible question. I mean, we were on an airplane. People said, do you guys have sex?
It's an unusual union of two people stuck in a crossroads. He was a widow. She was on the verge of taking a job in Africa. But they came together 2 years ago on a cruise.
He seemed a little down, and so I decided I'd make it my mission to make sure that I found a way for him to find somebody in the long run. So every night I started working unbeknownst to him on an eHarmony profile. When he got back to San Francisco, he'd have all these women ready to date him. And as I got interviewing him, the commonalities were so incredible, and I'd never met anybody in the limited amount of dating I'd done that shared all the things that I enjoyed.
Small talk led to serious conversations about Leanne moving to San Francisco.
I tried to talk her out of it for 2 solid weeks. I told her that it was, I mean, it was a stupid thing to do, to burn up your whole life and everything you've worked for. And what can I offer you? And I was 92 years old. I said, what if I don't even think in terms of more than 5 years? So you're going to give up everything to come to live with me for 5 years? I say, it doesn't make sense.
Logic oftentimes doesn't apply in a romantic situation, and last December they were married in San Francisco.
Oh, say does that star-spangled...
Now it's baseball's turn to help these newlyweds strengthen their relationship. Every day of the road trip is documented in a blog.
I'm a technological ignorant. When it's a night game, the next morning after breakfast, I'll write my part of the blog and then dictate it to her, and she puts it in technically and does her thing with it and gets it online. However she does it, I don't know. I don't want to know.
It's an evolving story about culture.
This is how polite people in Atlanta are.
About food.
We all eat Rocky Mountain oysters
so
together.
I tasted it.
Any good?
No.
No.
And of course, baseball.
I don't think we're going to see anything better than Pittsburgh.
As the season unfolds, the Steinbergs have gained recognition on TV thanks to Mike Krukow and Dwayne Kuiper.
Well, there's Bert and Leanne Steinberg. They have gone on every road game that the Giants have played this year.
And in Cincinnati, a guy comes over and he says, are you two guys the 81 couple?
But the greatest compliment a wannabe baseball player could receive came from a real one.
Jeremy Affelt was down there, and so I told him, you know, we're doing all 81. And even he said, you know, I'm a ball player. I have to go to 81 on the road. But if I didn't have to, it is such a brutal thing to do that there is no way in hell I'd do that.